Lenny the Lizard. Lenny is an ordinary gecko lizard that lives in an ordinary home with ordinary people, or so it seemed. Lenny made his home behind a fluorescent tube light in one of the rooms and lived happy there for many years. There were plenty of mosquitoes to eat, and the room stayed warm in winter and cool in summer. The house belonged to an English teacher, and so Lenny used to listen to the classes. He started learning English with the students. Before long, he could not just listen, but he could also understand what people were saying. Lenny poked his head out from behind the tube light and looked around. He saw some girls and boys and looked down at the handsome teacher with admiration. Then Lenny noticed something strange. As he looked at the students, he realized that he could read their minds. 3 of the girls were thinking about food, and 1 was thinking about her darling. 1 boy was drinking milk and thinking about being the strongest man in the world. Lenny was shocked at what he could do. He scurried back behind the light. The voices in his head stopped, and he went to sleep. A few minutes later, he was woken by the teacher's voice, and it was at the end of the class. Lenny closed his eyes and went back to sleep. The next day, Lenny went out and filled his tummy with food before hiding behind the light. He was looking forward to the evening class and tried out his new mind-reading abilities again. At 5:27 p.m., the first student arrived, and Lenny peeped out from behind the light. He looked down at the student and thought, "La la la, I am the first here again," the girl thought. "I am so good at getting here first, I should receive a medal," she thought. Lenny raised his eyebrow and decided she was a little crazy. A few minutes later, some more students entered the room. They all started talking, and Lenny watched and listened intently. He started to read their minds, and they were thinking strange things. 1 girl was thinking about how handsome the boy she was talking to was. Another girl was thinking terrible things about the first girl. The boy was thinking how handsome the teacher was. Lenny shook his head and went back behind the light. Lenny listened to the class and repeated the new words after the teacher. Then the class finished, and he waited for the 7:30 p.m. to start. At 7:22, the first student arrived. There were 3 girls, and they were giggling about something. He leant out from behind the light and looked down. They were all laughing about something, so Lenny started to read their minds to find out what it was. They were laughing about clothes. "What's so funny about clothes? Stupid girls," Lenny thought to himself. Then some boys walked into the classroom, and Lenny read their minds. 1 was thinking about football, and 1 was thinking about the 3 girls. Lenny decided to read his mind further out of curiosity. He looked at the boy closely. I like that one. Oh, but she's even more beautiful. Oh, she is wonderful. I must try to make her my girlfriend, now that my darling is at her parents' house in the countryside," the boy was thinking to himself. Lenny smiled to himself and remembered all the fun nights he used to spend in the park with his darlings. There were many lizards in the park, but he was all alone now. He started to feel a little sad, and so decided to go to bed. The next morning there was a morning class, and Lenny woke up early to listen to their thoughts. At 9 a.m. they arrived, and Lenny watched as they walked in and sat down. This class were very nice, and Lenny decided to see what they were thinking. He was surprised that most of them had not had breakfast yet, and he felt sorry for their empty tummies. He looked at 1 of the girls, and she was thinking about buncha. Another was thinking about shopping, and 1 was thinking about killing. Lenny ran out from behind the light and stared at the girl. "Whom are you going to kill?" he thought. Then he concentrated hard on the girl and her thoughts started to come through again. "I wish I could kill that stupid gecko that keeps coming out from behind the light. There it is again. I'm going to bring a gun with me next time," she thought. That was the last time that Lenny joined the class. Later that day he moved out of the classroom and he went to live in the zoo instead. It's quiet there and he can see his old teacher walking by sometimes. The end. Thanks for listening. See you next time.